great day. It's going to be a great day. I had a different bit to start, but alas, here we are. Welcome back to the Tangent Room, your favorite talk show where we don't know what we're talking about until we're doing it.
That is the way it happens.
Yeah, I'm Will, that's Chris, and we're going to start with a fun story of literally 5 minutes ago, speaking to fan favorite Grandpa Steve. So, a while ago, as the viewers, let me fill the viewers in.
All right.
So,
what happened to?
So many things have happened in the last little while.
All right.
Since like before the last episode to the one before that. Let's do a little catch up. So some road trips have occurred, and we were going to talk about this like 2 weeks ago. We were going to talk about it last week,
Correct.
and we didn't, and I forgot what was happening. Anyways, some stories have occurred. So first off, I bought a 1969 Dodge Monaco, and our friend and I, the Cooter Man, went and picked it up in the middle of effectively off and on snowstorms for the duration of a day. And that went, as one might expect, pretty terrible. And we got it back, got it kind of half-assed running, and then we ran it out of town because I bought another car. Now the second car I bought, the second car, and that's something special, brother. It's the new race car. So I sold my 2002 Volkswagen Golf GTI, which was fully built and falling apart.
Also true.
To some poor unassuming soul who
we may or
ain't
may
never
not
getting
have been
his
the cause of part of the falling apart.
And he ain't never getting his money back. I was so covered on my ass for that one, dog.
He left the driveway and I knew it was free.
I did, like, quite literally, as we were driving up to the house, he was like, yeah, so if anything breaks on it, like, you willing to help me out? And I was like, yeah, sure, man. I mean, like, the only thing that might break is this part. Also, by the way, the warranty's gone when I can't see the taillights anymore. Good with that, right? He was like,
do you live down the block?
I don't think he knew how serious I was being when he said, yeah, no, absolutely, man. That's totally cool. I get it. So he drove off, blew the car up that night. R.I.P. a real one.
You didn't tell me that. Oh, no.
Literally blew it up that night. The next day, it was at the mechanic's shop next door to my office.
Oh.
And they fixed it. I should have asked the owner when he was in the shop the other day what was wrong with it. I have a feeling I know what it was. I think it was the coil pack harness had failed.
Oh,
and it was taking out coil packs. Yeah. That I only fixed half of, and the other two were still bad. Yeah. Oops. Anyways, so got that car sold, and then I went off to Nashville. But before I went off to Nashville, I made a very lucrative trade deal with friend of the channel, Special Hug Times _TTB, where he loaned me a paltry sum in order to complete the amount required for me to buy my 1984 Chevrolet Camaro, which I have been recording the process of me fixing for this channel. Literally the first time I drove it after I got back, the exhaust pipe rusted off and started scraping underneath the car. Mm-hmm. I could not have planned it any funnier that I was literally driving past the intersection right next to the condos that you live in. That's where it broke. And it went from moderately loud with a complete exhaust to extremely loud with an incomplete exhaust. And I drove it from where you live to where I live in Saskatoon on the freeway with the exhaust going cling, 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 the whole way, scraping on the ground.
You are a more patient man than I.
I had less of patience and more with putting my foot to the floor. You can't hear it if the exhaust overpowers it, but I knew it was doing it. So I got home. A buddy brought me a Sawzall. I cut it off. Don't know where we're going, brother. Race car school.
Right.
Weight reduction 101. So it's been very loud since that happened. And I actually found the kit that is on my car's exhaust. Like, I found the system kit that originally would have been put in my car. It's on Rock Auto. As a matter of fact, I sent you the link to it.
Right.
And you should be able to see that you can purchase it brand new for 250 Canadian dollars, which is very good, all things considered. And I was like, okay, well, I'll stash up some cash and I'll buy a new kit and just replace it all because I don't know if the muffler's any good. Like maybe that's why it failed. It ran totally fine with the muffler on it, so like I don't know that would be a problem now, but whatever. Let's just assume the muffler's no good. We'll replace it all.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest, I have no interest in replacing the muffler. I've seen where it is under that car. It would be a nightmare to do. And I was sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, that chunk that exhaust pipe belongs to looks replaceable. It's a real shame I can't buy that part. Right. And I moved on with my life. Now, today I drove it to work, and I dropped it off in the new studio where I will be working on it.
Right. That's why you were driven home. What happened to your car?
It's parked in my new garage. And so, well, it's not my new garage. I just rent the space. But I was sitting at home and I was speaking to fan favorite Grandpa Steve about the exhaust and how loud it is. And I made the joke. I was like, yeah, because he's got a migraine because he's got some tooth problems as he tends to do. And I was like, yeah, I got kind of a headache because of the exhaust fumes. I mean, the freedom that the camera is currently leaking into the cab through the massive hole in the driver floor and the exhaust that's incomplete. And he was like, you should fix that. He was like, what size pipe do you need and how much? I bet you we could make you a new exhaust pipe. Grandpa Steve's a knower of things. So I was like, you know what? You're probably right.
Right.
So I was like, I need about 8 feet of 2.5-inch pipe because it comes back, like it comes down, it angles to the back of the car, and then it comes over, sweeps up the axle and into the muffler. And it's a little convoluted, but generally it works pretty good. And so he was like, yeah, I am not finding that on Marketplace. And I was like, it's all good. And I had a realization. I know where I can buy the kit complete. And RockAuto has a really fun feature when you're looking at just the page overall, the info tab. So I hit the info tab. And if you're looking at the link right now, you can see underneath, like it actually breaks down the components, what vehicles fits. And then it gives you a breakdown diagram with part numbers.
Yeah.
And underneath that, it shows you the individual parts and how many of each it gives you. So it's right there. And so you can hit the info button on that. And when you hit the info button on the main pipe / resonator for it, it brings you to a store page with the price listed in Canadian dollars. For just that piece. Now there's 3 versions on RockAuto, and I then later realized under exhaust there's also a section labeled pipe / resonator, which contains the 4 versions of that pipe there are in existence at the various prices they exist.
Right.
And I was like, wow, I'm an idiot. Because I can literally just buy the piece I need with the flange that bolts at the front and the sleeved section that goes over the muffler on the back. What a world we live in.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that cool? Isn't that fantastical?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to have to look underneath the car tomorrow because I'm going to be back at the house where it's parked and get underneath it. I just need to take a look at how it's bent and maybe take a picture, and that way I can source the right one. Yeah. This is very similar to the vein of why would I buy a disc brake conversion kit when I could just go pull disc brakes off of a vehicle with the same rear end? Because why would you think of the obvious thing when it's right in front of you? Yeah. When more complex, expensive solutions exist.
It's amazing how much, how many different vehicles the chassis for the S10s fit throughout the generations. Like, it's actually kind of wild. A lot of people that did, like, frame swaps to Crown Vics so that they could put the 5.4s and stuff in them use an S10.
The S10.
It's insane.
Because it's so versatile.
Yeah.
The S10 is still a popular drag racing chassis. Some would say it's actually the most capable.
Makes you wonder if
So
Chevy knew what they were doing.
must have. It's too bad they don't anymore because they really did for a while.
That is true.
Um,
Although I am still waiting for it to be brought back as crossover SUV.
oh yeah, that's right. I was going to send you this picture I got too. Can I do that? Computer. I was
Computer, let me technology it.
I was engaging the resources of the artificial intelligences as for things I don't have the skills to do. So I made the image that I just sent you as well earlier, and that's what I want the car to look like ish. The paint style is correct, and the wheels are actually the ones I'm ordering. It's I was like, this is hot. Like I've never felt more validated by a thought process I had about a car before. So that's my chronicle on the Camaro so far, and it's a real shout out and a real like let's pour one out for the dads. Happy Father's Day to all the dads, really, for just doing the most. Just reducing down complex problems, simple solutions at all times. It's too good. Like without dads, whether we love them or hate to love them, where would we be? You know what I mean? Considering the conversation we just had about your dad and me telling my story about my dad,
Right?
like
Yeah.
the man is actively fighting a migraine, and he's just like, "We could make you pipe. Don't even worry about it, son." I'm like, "Thanks, Dad." It's we got to pour one out for the dads. I think. Dad, they're doing
pour
it.
one out.
They tried their best, whether it be misguided or not. An effort is honestly made. So yeah. Anyways, enough with the dads.
Yeah,
I don't need any of those.
let's move on before I absolutely crush any dreams you have about that color scheme.
That color scheme is sick, and you can eat my ass if you think otherwise. What is your problem? Show it to the people at home. They can't see jack.
Doing two things for the price of one doesn't make it right. Two wrongs don't make a right. All right.
What you don't like the old razzle dazzle? It's in Discord. That's what that is. That's a razzle dazzle camouflage theme.
I know.
And I want the car to be jet black.
Not gonna lie.
I want the offset color to be dark. I don't know if I want it to be that blue. I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more. I ran out of free images on ChatGPT. Okay.
Here's the car for everybody watching at home.
It's not bad.
When you messaged me this morning and said you wanted to do razzle dazzle, I genuinely thought you were doing a bit. I thought you were pulling my leg, you know, the old yard chain, the rope-a-dope.
So cool.
Nope, turns out you were playing the rope-a-dope.
It's such a cool paint scheme.
On the right
How could
car?
You not think that? Here's
genuinely.
I would like to offer a defense. Because I know what you're about to say. You're about to say car's not big enough, not boat.
No,
okay.
No, that actually has nothing to do with what I was going to say.
So the defense of this is the way it's done. This isn't actual. It's not totally how I want to do it. If you Google a picture of a razzle-dazzled camouflaged ship, it's not like this almost at all. No. This is an approximation, and I messed up with my wording, and that's why I wound up like this. This is still a cool like baseline idea point.
I knew what you meant though, given like the terms you were trying to get across and like my prior knowledge of color schemes with old cars. But I will admit, I was partially just, baiting your rage a little bit. The colors are actually really cool colors. The thing is, for me, when it comes to custom colors, it has to be the right type of car. Like, it has to not so much sing to me because I'm not a full-on artist. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. But it needs to, like, click with me and be like, that's really fucking pretty. What I could see this color scheme working really good on is something like an uh, old like Nissan Patrol or a Samurai or something like the old little 4x4, the miniature
Something
4x4.
physically bigger.
No, physically
Yeah.
smaller. The miniature
Really?
4x4 trail crawlers. You can look at a Suzuki Samurai with that color scheme on it and say that's fucking cool.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find you a picture of, because actual Razzle Dazzle's black and white.
Well,
And
yes, but like this blue and black is actually really nice because you chose a nice tint, like a nice tone of blue. It's not
I
obnoxious.
didn't choose the blue. I have to ask ChatGPT.
Oh,
Here's a thought process I had. Let me run this one past you. That blue, but the blue that my Golf ran.
I
I think it's actually darker than that, which is what I want.
What's setting me off about it is the rims. Honestly, like
the
tuner rims.
So there's those aren't tuner rims. Those are American Racing G-Forces. Those are real.
Those are 1000% Momos. Those are 1000% Momos or Adrenalines. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, don't trust the guy that pulled the link and an image to send to ChatGPT over this.
Oh, why would you trust? Why would you trust them? Clearly, have the brain cell right now, so why would you trust them? Don't trust the man behind the curtain that's drooling.
Okay. If you wanna play like this, I will just prove you wrong. I sent you another link in Discord.
You did send me another link, and I'm opening it right now.
And those are American Racing Vintages VN516s, which are a G-Force. No, they are not. Well, you know what? They're slightly different. I think it's the way that. Here's the thing: the center caps are different, obviously, for one. And I think ChatGPT couldn't actually make the image because I provided the image that's on Canada Wheels website.
Sort of copyright thing.
It's an approximation of the wheel.
The other thing as well, though, is look at the spokes. Momos
are slightly different.
Momos are known for being wiry. Like, I've just settled on tonight that I'm rage baiting you until you start drooling. But genuinely, though, if we're looking at this from a statistical thing, the rims
can't do it. It's not possible.
The rims in the picture, dude, you should have seen how far you just lifted off your chair when I said this wrong.
I didn't at all.
Oh no, not at all. Play it back, Your Honor. You weren't even there.
There's no receipts. I definitely didn't save this. Like, we've been talking for a couple hours. I made that image like an hour and a half ago, and I was like, I've been sending it to people. Like, I'm stoked on that. I sent it to the guy who's doing the body work on the car this fall. Like, hey, when we go to paint it, it's gonna look something like this. By the by,
the color does look cool. Yeah, no, the color does look cool.
I want a darker blue because here's a problem with this image that I have right now is the differential is actually too great. I want it to be black and like off black. So you have to really like, I want it to fuck with you if you're looking at it. If the car's moving at speed, unless you're driving alongside it, you shouldn't be able to tell.
Oh, okay. So you're wanting it to be like a true like camouflage two-tone, but mixtured in the design. Okay.
So, and the way I want to do the actual striping for Razzle Dazzle is I want to offset the lines based on which section of the car it is.
Yeah.
So, like the front half of the car, I might do like back at an angle. The doors, I might do dead horizontal, and the back of the car, I might do upright because there's less actual fender in the back of the car. There's almost no roof line, and the front is large and in charge, which is a fun problem I actually have with the Camaro. I cannot physically tell when driving the car where the front bumper ends, which is a terrifying thing.
Those torpedo front ends get really, really sketchy, don't they? How do you think I felt driving my Crown Vic around the whole time? And my Crown Vic was a good 1.5 feet longer than your Camaro.
Okay, I'll admit to you honestly, with my right hand on my heart and my left hand to God, I have scraped the front of the cone every time I have driven up or backed out of my driveway.
Yep.
I am actually at kind of a loss as to how I have not blown the front end clean off of it because I dropped it one time on the cone. Like, I came down the driveway. I didn't cut it hard enough, and the front right corner dropped off the sidewalk, and it just I heard it, boom, and I was
Oh,
like, oh,
oh
and then I
no.
drove to work, and I got out of work, and I'm looking at it. It's mint. I love this car so
That's
much.
that old metal, man. It'll take care of you.
Yeah.
No,
So I
genuinely,
want to
even if you
change.
were to keep it the blue it was though, that's a nice two-tone blue and black because you didn't choose
Yeah.
an obnoxious blue. What's setting me
I
off
had an
about the
alternate
rims
thought.
isn't so much the design, it's the color because you're going from a very nice two-tone black, not metal flake or pearlescent, but black to blue, and then you got that obnoxious chrome ring with a satin black wheel. And the way the wheel looks compared to the black on the body, the wheel looks like it was like spray painted in a garage kind of thing.
Okay, so this is kind of the problem. I landed on the American Racing G-Forces the day after I bought the car. 2 days after I bought the car, I decided on the paintwork. American Racing's G-Forces, you can either go painted pure black,
Right.
these are anthracite, which is an off black, or full chrome. I didn't want to do full chrome because one, it's $70 more a wheel.
Right.
I didn't want to do jet black because it felt like the actual lip of the wheel, which is diamond cut, would be too stark a difference.
Yeah.
So I landed on anthracite. I actually think, given the fact that the car will end up most likely jet black with an off-shade blue, jet black facing might be the right way to do it. Because anthracite and black, it's the same price for the wheel.
I'm surprised you're not going with like typical style 5-spoke, like not Krager's or anything like that. No, those daisies, they're too rounded for a car like that.
I can't even pretend to lie on this one. I don't like the way almost all 5-spoke wheels for muscle cars look.
This is one of
I'm
the
just
rare,
not a fan.
This is one of the rare cars where I think that any other muscle car, 9 times out of 10, I am like. So if we're looking at like an old
I like
Chevelle,
these, and I think the reason why I like these is because they remind me a lot of the rims that came on the C5 and newer Corvettes. But they're not as gaudy as the wheels that came on the Corvettes.
That's fair.
Which is a really wild take, but is the take I'm standing with nonetheless. It's like this will be the new track car. I thought as an alternate to using black on the bodywork, go jet white and go full Clone Trooper with it because the license plate is still a 501st Clone Trooper.
Here, oddly enough, this body style, those traditional 5 spokes or like 5-spoke looks good on that body style.
Yeah, they do. I have those wheels on the car right now.
Exactly. Like
that's what came on it. And they do look good. I will agree with you.
Yeah.
But I want to lower the car a little bit. And it is a track car. Like I need 17s for my track tires. Right. If I could take those wheels out and have them remachined and taken out to a 17x9, I probably would. Although they would never look good. Because like those are 15-inch wheels and they look good as 15s. I think as a 16 or a 17, they would be obnoxious.
So you're trying to get
it's 17s? Hard call. I have to get 17s because I need them to fit the track tires that the guy who bought my Golf didn't want. So I don't have to buy new wheels or new tires. I'm trying to save $1 by spending 50. Like
right.
The wheels will cost me what the tires that are going onto them cost me originally, and those tires are 3 years old. Because I need to shred those tires in a season before I can change to a different tire.
I'm imagining you have, but have you ever heard of Fitment Industries?
Yes, I know who Fitment Industries are.
They apparently have a set of custom 17-inch rims that are designed to look like the stock 84s. How much it is, I don't know. I'm just reading the description.
Send me the link. I want to see these.
Oh shit!
Let's show them to the people at home.
Classic Industries has 17x8s for the Z28 style 5-spoke.
So it's also, I would say that ChatGPT got the actual width of the wheel wrong. they are 17 by 8s. They're not 17 by 9s. I don't know why Canada Wheels says they're 17 by 9s, because Wheel Pros, which is who I'm getting my pricing
Oh, I
through,
see that. What the fuck?
they're 17 by 8,
Yeah.
which is technically what I need, because that 17 by 9 is too wide for the tire to
Well,
have.
yeah, you'll be rubbing
But a 17 by 8
Ours?
matches the. No, I won't actually. We checked. We did a lot of math when we decided that that was the correct wheel spec. It'll move the front of the wheel face out of the car half an inch with
Right.
no change to the offset,
Right.
and it won't rub on suspension. The factory wheels are actually 15 by 7s, which is a weird spec too to think about.
Yeah.
It's like normally on a car older than, I think it's like 95, your common spec of the 15 is 15 by 6 or 6.5,
Yeah.
because that's actually what came on my Golf, and that's the same wheel spec that was used straight through from like the 70s to 2010 for their
Yeah.
15 wheels.
Right.
All that being said, I still got to mess with the color scheming a little bit. I thought about going white and blue because Clone Trooper, and that's funnier to me. Like I sold
True.
a car where millions were made, and I bought a car where millions were made.
Yeah.
Like the Clone Trooper theme still kind of fits. I also had the idea of, instead of doing razzle dazzle, if I could get dark enough blue, do words, like do phrases, like let it ride across the hood, or like do Homewood Garage and Snoopy Panda Racing on the rear fenders, and like kind of hide it, but not really.
Yeah.
Because for the sponsors and stuff, I can trace it out and like I can just fill it in with white, or I can have it traced in white paint to highlight it that it's there.
Yeah. True.
But I did think about doing it like a sticker bomb style. Or I think Thrashed actually used to have a design that was like phrases and words overlaid and offset to each other across the entirety of the shoe, and it looked really cool. But that the idea of like the simplicity of Razzle Dazzle, like it's complex to look at, but it's actually a very simple paint job. Paint the blue goes on first, and then tape off where the black is, or like tape off where the blue is staying, and where you want black, and then just shoot over it in black.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the Z28 on the side because I'm going to keep the Z28 badge in the back.
Is it an actual badge, or was it one of the ones that was like painted on, like sticker?
It's an actual badge.
Oh, okay.
I'm also going to I'm going to take the sticker from the original dealership where it was sold off, and I'm going to have a new one made and put it back on, because my Camaro was originally sold at Dale Tingley GM in Hague, Saskatchewan.
Oh shit!
In 1984.
So it's Saskatchewan.
Yeah. It's a Saskatchewan car. Yeah. Which is like when I told the guy in Edmonton who I bought it off of that, I was like, hey, check it out. You still have the original dealer sticker on it, like back when they used to just be stickers.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah, it does. What's it say? I could never read it. I said, oh, it says Dale Tingley GM. Where's that? And I was like, that's Hague, Saskatchewan. It's an hour north of where I live. He was like, really? I was like, yeah, absolutely. The building is technically still there. It's a different dealership now, or they bulldozed it and they built a new dealership over top of it. But like that lot that this car would have come off of originally still exists to this day. So I might take it out there once I get some tires put on it and I can actually highway drive it.
Yeah.
And it'd be kind of cool to take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Like take it home before I cannibalize it. So that was kind of cool.
42 years later, returning to its grassroots.
Yeah, there used to actually be a road course in Hague as well. It's technically still there. It's hard to see it, but it's on the map because there's an old archive of all of the road courses that used to exist across Canada, and there's a bunch that were in Saskatchewan. And there was one in Hague, one in Rosetown, Kindersley, one in Melfort, just outside of Prince Albert, one out of Shelbrook,
Yeah.
There's a couple near Regina. There was one in Saskatoon at some point, and it shows like the actual plot picture from Google Earth of where that was. Like somebody
Okay.
went through and they figured out like that's where this track was. It operated from this year to this year.
Interesting.
So the Camaro in 1984 was Car and Driver's top handling vehicle of that year. So I do wonder if maybe the original tracked it. I would love to find them and ask and like sit down with the guy that bought the car originally and be like, what did you do with this thing? Because it's not stock. It's some stuff has been done to it.
Yeah.
I just don't know what.
Right.
So I haven't put out any feelers yet, but I have thought about asking like, but then that opens up the can of worms. Like, was it stolen in the 90s? And it was brought to Alberta, and then some dude bought it, and it's like, actually it's hot, because there's no real precedent for cars that went missing 20, 30 years ago being returned to their owner. But I wouldn't be surprised if that was just my luck on that deal. It's like the original owner like calls me. It's like, yeah, so actually that car was stolen in 1993, and I'd quite like it back. Like, no.
Yeah, see, the problem with that though is that if that was
You'd have to prove it was stolen.
That, and if it was hot, like if there was an open thing about it, then there would be tag on the VIN. SGI wouldn't.
I wouldn't have been able to play it.
No.
Yeah.
I definitely say
I'm aware that
put it out. Like, see if you can find the original owner, because that would be really cool. Yeah. That was my plan with the Crown Vic, actually, because like when I bought my Crown Vic, it still had the leather-bound book with the ID and badge number of the police officer that drove it when it was in active service in the 90s. And my plan was, once I was finished rebuilding it, was to take it to this guy and meet him and see what he could tell me about the car so I could learn more. But, then the accident happened. The car got crumpled in. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's valid. There's a Saskatoon Camaro owners page. I am kind of curious if the guy that bought it is still alive. Like, it's one of those things where technically there is a registry for all vehicles sold. Like, you can do a little digging on it, and I might. I'm not sure how much I want to dig on the history of it, because like, I know it's never been in any accidents in Saskatchewan, and Alberta registries confirmed it had never been in any accidents in Alberta. And I can tell you, having looked at the frame of that car, that's absolutely correct.
Right.
Like what frame members that car has, it's a unibody car.
Yeah.
It's just very rusty. So there's some work to be done on the old Camaro, and like I have to put a plate driver's floor because the carpet's falling through it.
Jesus Christ.
I got to modify the pedal box because I got big feet, and apparently that's a problem. What else do I have to do?
Little did they know that their people would become bigger.
Yeah. I fit in that car really well, all things considered, but it is a strange driving experience because I have to like tilt the seat really far back to clear underneath the roof liner below the T-tops. Yeah. Like, if it wasn't a T-top car, I wouldn't fit in it. I'm confident.
Yeah.
Because the T-top relief is big enough that I can slide my head in and I don't hit anything.
That's why I don't own my dream car, 1971. Working construction, I had the opportunity to buy one, and I actually sat in it. My intent was to buy it and take that. With the seat all the way back, I could not get my legs in the seat in the steering wheel because there just is not enough room. It's like the seat moves forward and backwards like it's full range of motion. The bench seat was like not even 3 inches. Yeah. And I was like,
my Polaro
I can't do that. So I was very sad because I had the opportunity to own my dream car and I couldn't. And I was like, well, this puts a black mark on my thoughts of the Chevelle now.
I would have done it anyway. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because like, it's one of those things where you're probably gonna modify it anyways. So the first thing you modify just becomes the seat. The nice thing about the Camaro is that because I fit in it as well as I do, I'm like, yes, I have to modify the seat because there's no bolstering in the Camaro seat. Like, if I take a corner at speed in this thing, I'm flying out the passenger door. The end.
Yeah.
But like where the factory seat level is, I can put a bucket in it and I'm not going to have to worry about being up too high. Because, like, with a bucket, you have a seat mount, rails, the actual seat, so there's a, sorry, base, the rails, the seat mount, and then the seat sits inside the mounts.
Yeah.
In my Golf, I actually just about didn't have enough room to go down. Like, where the seat in my Golf sat was perfect because I could see out the center of the windshield. Whereas before I was looking out kind of the top third. In this thing, I could actually go, like, yes, getting in and out of it will become a problem, but I could go up a little bit and I might gain the depth perception that I'm currently lacking out the front and get a better idea of where the hood ends. Because, like, the way I sit in it now is like I'm leaned back. There's no more back that I can go.
Yeah.
It's like if I unpin my office chair, it's back, right?
Jesus.
And the wheel is here,
That
like,
would
relative to me.
that would
And the
not
shifter,
be comfortable for long
the
distance.
I guess you can't see the shift. If I move back a little bit, so that if I'm sitting like this, and like the pedals are up here,
Yeah.
the wheel's here, and the shifter is like just down here. I'm looking in my webcam. You still can't see it. It's like here.
Yeah, yeah.
If I tilt up so my right arm becomes visible. It's hilariously not that accurate to my wheel stand, except I'm not leaned back as far when I'm using my wheel stand because it sits up so high.
Yeah. Honestly,
It's,
that seating position would not be comfortable for long distance driving.
that car drives straight enough that you can kind of just like leave your hand on the bottom of the wheel and it's quite comfortable. Like,
Oh yeah,
I've
but
driven
sitting
it.
that far back in the driver's seat that long of time, if you were to have driven it from Edmonton to here, you would
Oh,
not have
dude.
felt great got out of that car.
Yeah, let's be upfront and honest about a couple things. The cruise control does work. The throttle is heavy in that car. Like, the springs that Quadrajet uses, quite strong.
Yeah.
The clutch in that car is like a wall. It's like it's a solid. Like, the clutch itself is very solid. It doesn't have a ton of slip to it. Like, I won't have to replace it immediately. I will have to replace it probably in the next year, just because of the way it grabs, and I've definitely ridden it a little too much. It's all mechanical, right? So if your foot's on it, you're riding the clutch.
Yeah.
Whereas the Golf was hydraulic. So driving in town, you shouldn't do this, but I would occasionally be guilty of, like, stop and go. I just ride the clutch at the top of its travel.
Yeah.
It's a bad habit. Trying to break myself of it, especially now with the Camaro. It's like to do a clutch in the Camaro takes it actually takes less time, but it is more difficult because more things have to come out. Like, I got to pull the drive shaft, the transmission has to come out, the trans mount has to drop,
Yeah.
and then I can kind of get it out, but I also have to pull the shifter out from the top. It's a process.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid that. But yeah, that's enough about my car.
Slave Blade.
Thank you. Next.
Yeah.
We played some games in the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to talk about the games we played together. But first, I'll talk about the Steam Next Fest.
Yeah. We'll get that out of the way.
So, because it's been up on the stream for most of this so far, if you're unfamiliar with what the Steam Next Fest is, the Next Fest is Steam's showcase of the next games that are coming out, and it presents you with playable demos. Most of them are playable for a limited period of time. Some of them, the demos release for Next Fest. So the first game I played was called Slave Blade, and that's the game on display currently. Slave Blade is the ultimate Beyblade game, and it is genuinely fantastic. It's all mouse control, and
Okay.
you play I can't remember the setup of the game. I wish I could, but it's like your grandpa has gone missing, and the only way you can find out information about how your grandpa went missing is by entering the Slay Blade tournament that starts in 4 days. And so
Okay.
and so you go around, and it's all mouse control. So the map, the overworld controls the Slay Blade does. Your cursor guides it, and it yo-yos around your cursor.
All right.
And so you go around the map, and you duel with other Slay Bladers, and you win money from them. And you can go to the shop and buy upgrade parts, or you can go cut the grass, which is a playable mini game. It showed that for a minute, and as you like run your Slay Blade through the grass, it actually cuts down the grass, so you find money and experience, which is dumb as shit, but it's funny. It's got a day-night cycle, so you can do 2 things during the day, excluding the shop, which you can do as many times as you have the money to keep going back. And then at night, there's a shady night battle, which is always over leveled, but you get more money for it.
Okay.
It's hilarious. Like I played it with my roommate in the office. She was kind of laughing because I was like, I just downloaded like 8 demos from the Next Fest, and I'm gonna play I think like 5 of them for sure. And she was like, okay. And then I launched the first one, and she just started laughing. She was like, "What is Slay Blade?" And I went, "I don't know, but we're about to find out."
Let's
And
go on this trip together.
it's so funny. Like the way the control scheme works, it's kind of unresponsive, but it's kind of accurate. You can see in the bottom of the screenshot that's showing that your health is the RPM that the Slay Blade is spinning.
Yeah.
And certain parts start with more RPM. You can change parts out so that your Slay Blade has a higher weight, so it doesn't lose RPM as fast when it's hit. Certain so it's got like the classic Beyblade style parts. So it's got the actual top, and then it's got the spinner, and then it's got the it's not called a runner. The tip, I guess, is the only word that's coming to my mind, and that changes like how accurately you can control it. So I built mine for maximum weight, and I proceeded to dummy everyone. And in the demo, you could play through the 3 days leading up to the tournament. You could enter in the tournament, and then then the game would be like, "Oh, and the demo's done. Wishlisted us on Steam, please. And we hope you had fun, and please like leave a review for our game, or like wishlist it if you want." And so I did, and I sent them my feedback. That was really cool. On to the next game I played, which I'm trying to remember the name of, but I remember telling it to you earlier.
I hate the fact that I have fucking parental controls on, and Steam was like, "Hey, did you want to get a recommendation for adult game? Haven't typed anything." Fuck off, Steam. Like, what's the point in parental controls? Catch me out with that shit.
I like how in recent games, if you've uninstalled it, it just doesn't show you anymore. Okay. Let's you know what? I kind of remember the names of the games. The next one I played was called A Game About Feeding a Black Hole.
What? Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called. A game about feeding a black hole. And it's my wish list, actually. I could check that really quick before you end up on a wild goose chase.
Oh, that's a game about digging a hole.
A game about feeding a black hole.
There we go. Oh, apparently that game's out to buy.
I'm wondering about that. This doesn't look right. Hold on. Am I wrong? I'm just gonna type.
I mean, this game is definitely about feeding a black hole.
Sorry, the game is called How to Grow a Black Hole, and it is out now. I'm sorry. Listen, it's my bad, dude.
How to Grow a Black Hole. Here we go.
How to Grow a Black Hole. And it is out now. It came out yesterday. It's very simply just an incremental game about growing a black hole. And you've got your different like food sources on the left and your upgrades to those food sources on the right. As you feed it, it gains disk matter because
Yeah.
black holes have a circular disk around them,
Yep.
and that's their event horizon. And
Yep.
then the hole converts that disk matter into energy, which you use to upgrade the food sources. It gets bigger and bigger, and then eventually the game tells you can collapse the black hole. It gives you dark matter, which is how you unlock like the new game plus upgrades. How efficiently it does this, how big it can get before it collapses, stuff like that, and you just keep going. It's weirdly complex. Like it's not an incremental game. You can kind of just like you pay attention for the first hour, and then after that you just forget about it and you let it run forever.
It seems kind of like an idle game. Yeah, idlers.
This game, you can definitely let it idle, but you do have to pay attention because to unlock more dark matter, you have to exceed the threshold of previous runs. So, and by like a not insignificant amount. And if it collapses too fast, it starts the cycle again. And
Right.
that threshold is in total size of black hole. It seems really easy, and it probably would have been if I knew how to read. But as the foremost advocate for illiteracy in North America, I'm here to tell you that I had the UI size way too small when I launched the game, and I was absolutely gangster leaned back in my chair thinking, I'm not going to have to read. It's a click game.
I don't need to ask for directions, hon. I have the GPS.
I have the GPS. And so if you open up this screenshot right here, the one that says start framing or grow massive, you can see on the bottom, there's, I'm just realizing there's a stream delay. I'm really sorry. Second one, that one. If you open up that full screen, the bottom here, it shows you your size goal, your unlocks for like the next energy thing, and then it shows you disk versus forced. So that forced number is when it will force you to reset.
Yeah.
And if you're not paying attention, your black hole will continue to go too fast and it collapses and it restarts the run.
I can tell that I've played a fuck ton of compared to you. I'm used to playing games with overwhelming UIs. I immediately picked up on all this shit that you said you missed. Like,
I just wasn't paying attention, to be very honest with you. But the art style of it is super satisfying. Like it's just a really pretty game. If you're looking for a cheap game,
pretty. Like looking at the colors and stuff.
Yeah, and it has. I didn't.
Have you ever seen a real black hole like through a telescope?
Yes.
They're actually really cool to look at.
So, yeah, absolutely. And like, I guess the premise of the game is that you are on a spaceship and you're trying to figure out like the physics behind black holes and how they work. Right. So as you gain more energy from the black holes increase in size, you gain access to more stuff that you can throw into that will increase its mass and provide you more energy.
Yeah.
And so when it collapses, it goes into this little cutscene where you're like, all right, experiment number 1 has failed. Now traveling to experiment location number 2. And it like hyper drives you into another area, and there's a new black hole in the middle, and it gives you the breakdown for the last one. And it's like, all right, now grow a black hole. It's for how pretty it is well worth the $4 the introductory offer is listing it at.
Yeah, that's not that bad. That's pretty cheap.
And you know what? Like, as far as incrementals go, that's like a genuinely fair price. I've paid more for shittier incremental games.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Okay. The next one that I played, if I could find the thing. Oh boy. I really should have written these down.
No, wouldn't you just check in your Steam library? Check most recent.
It does. I thought the same thing. They're gone because I uninstalled them.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. The next one I played was Car Mechanic Simulator 2026.
Oh, shit.
And I played it at actually Matt's recommendation.
Oh, 2021 was so good. Please tell me this one was good.
I'm gonna cop out a little bit on this one. Actually, I didn't play it as part of Next Fest. I played months ago, but I didn't get a chance to talk about it, and here we are now.
Oh, I can still play the
It
demo.
is.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, no. It's the demo's been out for a while. Like I said, I played it months ago. I'm gonna talk about it now.
Yeah.
The selling feature to 2026 is it has a co-op mode, which is why I had suggested maybe I might be interested in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds kind of cool. Like,
Maybe
absolutely.
even more interesting now.
The driving model doesn't suck in this one, which is kind of cool. The repair system is very car mechanic simulator. If you've played any of them up to this point, there's nothing super new that's going to blow you away.
No.
There was a really cool like alignment feature now. I haven't played any since like 2020. So I don't know what's new and what isn't, but the alignment feature was cool.
So you played
There's better.
You played 2021's model then, or are you meaning you played 2016's model in?
It might have been 2016.
Okay. Because 2021, what they did was there was no driving model. You didn't drive. All you did was fix shit. And when you chose a vehicle, it just automatically ended up in your parking lot or your shop or whatever, and you just clicked where you wanted it.
Yeah, this one you move. And like
Which I think
you
is
start
a cool
the game.
concept.
It is. You start the game and it's like, hey, this is the shop that you've taken over.
Yeah.
And the tutorial's like, okay, this is how you buy the oil drain and a hoist, and this is how you set it up in the shop. The diagnostic features seem significantly larger, although they are still highly automated. Like it's got drain tests, ignition testing. It's got a code reader. You still have the inspection tool, like that. You just look at stuff and you hold the button and it inspects all of the components with that area of the vehicle. It's got a comprehensive suspension testing. So there's a bay right next to the shop that you can pull a vehicle into, and you load it on a rack, and it tests the suspension in the front and the back, and then you drive forward again onto rollers, and it'll do a brake test. So like it speeds the car up to you speed the car up to a set speed, and then it tells you to hold the brakes. And you hold the brakes, it tells you how the brakes are performing. So like it gives you better ways to find problems.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I got good at refurbishing scrap parts in 2021's model. Like you could go into the CCAN and do that little star mini game. Fuck, I got so good at that's literally what all my stock parts ended up being. So I was buying performance parts for a car. I was just going to the scrapyard and refurbishing.
I didn't get a super huge chance to play with that. The demo ends pretty quick, and it limits what you're allowed to do in the demo a lot. But it does still have refurbishing. The one thing I thought was kind of cool is like the battery charger exists now. Yeah. So like it's like, oh, the battery's low, and you just pull it out, walk it over, put it on the thing, and it takes like 20 minutes to charge. So if you've got a bunch of stuff to do, you can pull the battery first.
That was something that pissed me off about 21's model, is if the battery was low, you just
replace it.
Yeah, and it's like, no, that's not how that works.
Everybody knows you just throw the battery in the river like a good citizen and throw a new one in.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I would hands down be willing to play this co-op with you.
Oh yeah, I fully intend on purchasing this, as like I haven't played one in a long time. I really enjoyed it. When you pull a car out, there's a little road course that you can submit the car to.
Right.
Like you drive through the first beacon, kind of like a Trailblazer in Horizon 6, and it runs around the roads around the shop. Right. And then it gives you a score of how the vehicle performs.
Okay.
That was really cool. It's something that and like I said, the driving doesn't suck. Like if you play the game with a keyboard and mouse, just keep a controller next to you, you'll be fine. It'll let you hop between them, no problem.
Right.
And they did promise a lot of things that I didn't get a chance to look at. The battery charger did trip me up a couple times, admittedly. One of the last vehicles the game gave me in the demo, because it just randomly chooses demo vehicles, was a vehicle that needed a bearing roll. So folks at home that don't know what that means, technically it's a heavy duty like diesel term. In highway trucks, you hit a certain mileage, the bearings need to be replaced. So instead of disassembling the whole thing, you do an in frame and you do a bearing roll. So you undo the main caps one at a time. You undo the connecting rods, you separate them from the crankshaft, and then you very carefully undo the main caps, drop the crankshaft out, change the main bearings, put the crankshaft back in it, and then you change all the connecting rod bearings, put it back together. That's a bearing roll.
Dude,
and it takes like a cajillion hours. I did one on a car because I refused to pull the engine to do it. And then I got the thing put back together, and it was like, you forgot to change something. And I was like, no, I didn't. And I got in the car, and it was like, the car doesn't start. So like, I pulled the engine back apart like 6 times. Eventually, I found out, yes, I forgot one bearing. Like, I just never replaced it. I was like, okay, got me. I'm an idiot. Whatever. Put the engine back together. I get in the driver's seat to start it, and it's like, yeah, car no start. Ignition's no good. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I've replaced everything in this engine. It should be perfect. And then I walk over, and I'm looking around the shop, and the little star that's really big when it first finishes, but slowly gets dimmer as time passes. The star on the battery charger was like invisible, and I just barely caught it. And I was like, oh, and I walk over, and there's the battery for the car.
God damn it.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. I am like the other games that I played. I am very much looking forward to Car Mechanic Simulator. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Like, even if it's just you and I.
The thing I've always loved about the Car Mechanic Simulator games, and this one looks like it's going to be the same, only better because of multiplayer, is the fact that it's always been realistic in more ways than it's not realistic. You know? Like down to taking the wheel off. When you're putting the wheel back on, like when you're taking the wheel off, it doesn't matter how you take the stuff off because you're taking it off. But when you put it on, it makes you do the 5-star pattern, 5-bolt. And it's like, that's actually what you're supposed to do. So like the fact that these guys actually took the time to either research, or these guys actually work on their own cars, or they're trained mechanics or whatever, they did the proper sequencing for a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
And it makes it so much better because it's realistic.
As someone that works on their own vehicle, arguably too much, very well done. So that was Car Mechanic Simulator 2026. And at this current moment in time, I am actually trying to find the next game that I played. I did accidentally download an app that I thought was like a music production app, and it would not. And it just aggravated me.
Man accidentally downloaded porn. I thought he could slide it by us.
It doesn't even appear in the Next Fest list because it only lists the top 50 most popular demos. The next game I played was called Over the Hill.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
That's me, Digital, and Tony wanted to do this one after we finished RV There Yet.
Yeah, it was because it's not out yet. The demo is still playable, and I do recommend checking it out. It's a really chill overland game.
This seems almost like if Firewatch was a driving game.
You know what? Yeah, it's got no story to it. It's just like, here's an area, go explore it.
Yeah. Go do what
the tutorial's very Spartan.
Go do what hardcore off-roaders do.
Well, yeah, go make a trail. And so it's got, like, there's challenge trails in it. You can find crates that have been abandoned with cosmetics or vehicle in it.
Right.
You can upgrade the parts and the pieces with the currency that it gives you for completing map objectives.
Yeah.
And it's not very difficult.
I am allowed to
drink. It can be a little frustrating at times.
Yeah.
But it is all in all a pretty good one. Do we want an ad break?
All in all.
Or are you... Oh, you're literally going back for a drink. I was like, is he leaving his office right now?
Yeah, no, my fridge is right here.
I forgot about that.
I've got like 17 water bottles in my fridge because I go through a lot of water. More specifically, why is this thing having problems loading? More specifically...
it's because it's changed the tutorial. The video.
More specifically, I've been rolling through all those G Sub containers that Fred gave me, and he's been giving me all the no caffeine, like the caffeine free ones, which have like
Yeah.
nothing bad in them because they're all fucking vitamins. Like it's actually
Sounds
insane how healthy the non-caffeinated gamer sub shit is. It's just expensive.
from a man that gets scurvy not infrequently. That sounds like not a terrible idea.
Yeah. No,
Um,
here actually just a quick rating. So for one
what's in the gamer subs?
for one scoop
What's in
size,
Grandpa's ashes?
for one scoop size, which is equivalent to the 750 ml like typical Powerade bottles or pop bottle kind of thing, there is less than 1 calorie, less than 1 gram of carbs, but there is 100 milligrams of vitamin C, 100 units of vitamin D3, 2.5 milligrams of vitamin B6, 100 micrograms of vitamin B12, and 100 micrograms of vitamin H. It's all fucking vitamins.
That's not bad at all, actually.
No, it's not. And for me, I have like 5 or 6 water bottles a night, so I'm having that with every water bottle. I'm getting my vitamin supplements.
Every time I think about people that use like they do the gamer subs or like another water additive, I always think of those talks that have kind of disappeared where it's like, get ready with me as I make my water. And I'm like,
Shut the fuck
brother,
up.
water comes out the tap, dog. Like it's made already. And
Get ready with me while I make my vegan strawberry milk. So this milk doesn't come from the cow, it comes from strawberries.
Yeah. Like I know that's not what we're doing here, but it is always what I think of whenever someone's like, hold on, I gotta make a gamer sub. So I'm like, get ready with me while I make my water.
That's why I usually just call it juice, because ultimately it doesn't matter what the brand name is. It's juice. It's a juice
and
powder.
like
It's just a fancy Crystal Light.
Well, yeah, and like the problem that I have is like the people that make those TikToks and reels. Hi, friend.
Hey, teammate, how's it going?
I've seen you talking during the Arkham stream, and then you absolutely got stunted on by what was that other guy's name? I can't remember.
Oh, Harlem.
Harlem. I was sitting in the chat while I was laying in bed watching the stream, and I was like, "Oh, this guy seems kind of friendly. Like, I hope he pops in the tangent room on Wednesday night." And I'm watching her like, "What are your PC specs?" And I could hear Will give off his PC specs, and then Harlem just like big dick in the sauna, like thump thump, like, oh yeah, dude, somebody spent too much money on their PC.
Yeah, Harlem proved his name was Tyrone in real life.
It was really funny.
No, that was good.
We're talking about some Steam Next games. We were talking about my new personal car for doing some road racing, and now we're talking about some over the hill demo stuff. I'm interested to see what else they include with it. The demo didn't give you access to cosmetics, but you had full reign of the first map that the game contained, and I never actually finished it.
The main
I played it for about 3 hours, and I was close.
I'm not surprised they don't give you access to cosmetics. I would assume that the main objective of this game is just the fact of like, hey, you're going to be exploring, so this is what you get for the
game. Yeah. And if that question was more overarching, teammate, just to like really fill you in, this podcast, we don't talk about anything. We just talk about whatever's up. What's new and groovy with you? We're gonna keep going, but I am going to check back. I'm going to find out what you've been up to.
Jesus.
And if I say it in a fun voice like that, you can't sue me for harassment over the interwebs, because it's not harassment.
Not as many.
Just genuinely curious.
Only some.
Only a few. So yeah, the first map the game gives you access to, I know it gave me a name for that region. Could I tell you? No. You get currency for completing side objectives and locating houses, which are like your fast travel points. So if you flip a car brakes, like because there's damage to the vehicles and they just stop moving.
Yeah.
You can just fast travel to a house. It fixes your vehicle completely, and you're open
Oh,
to make the
nice.
same mistake twice.
Oh, so it's
Um,
in some ways like it's kind of like Forza in that sense if you had simulation mode.
Yes. It also allows you to fast travel back to the shop where you can upgrade your vehicles, which you can only do at the shop. Like the house don't allow you to do that. I do kind of
Yeah.
wish that the houses granted you some kind of a better aspect,
Yeah, I could see that. But
but like it is what it is. And I think with friends it would actually be hilarious because there was some like the challenge trails with friends would be hilarious.
oh yeah, well like I
Um,
said, me, Digital, and Tony want to do this. Tony was our main driver in RV there yet, and Tony was a he was a good driver with the RV. He coming from the background of being a semi driver freak, all that. Um, Me and Digital like to fuck with him in the RV, so we're definitely the fact that we get our own vehicles. We're gonna get to have a lot of fun with it, and so like we have a feeling that when this game comes out, Over the Hill is going to turn into rage bait nights. Um, so that could be good if you're wanting to join us for that, because I'm pretty sure this could
I
be a
absolutely will be
four-player.
joining you for that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was really good. I unlocked 2 vehicles. It starts you out in I want to say it's a Land Cruiser, but it might be like a Scout, an International Scout. And this
Uh
the only vehicle that I unlocked. You have to unlock them by pulling them out, like rescue the vehicle. Was
yeah.
a Chevy Blazer.
Mm.
Ooh,
See,
overlanding in a Forerunner is actually a really good time.
yeah,
It's highly recommend.
yeah. Honestly, you're
Make
never
sure
gonna find
before
a
you
more
go.
durable vehicle for it.
No, make sure before you go, you download like a trail map. If you live in a region, like there's lots, I don't know where you live, I would imagine probably the continental United States. There's lots of trails. Download a trail map
Well, I'm
on
pretty
your phone,
sure.
and you can always download the actual trail map straight to your phone.
Well, I don't know how much they are
Gets you out of
anymore,
trouble
but
a lot.
Walmart still sells those fucking
The
S.
trail books.
Well, no, the little handheld like emergency phones that have GPS trails on them.
Yeah. You can still go and buy a Garmin handheld with.
Yeah,
You can just go online and download the local trail maps for your region.
yeah,
Um,
exactly. We used to do that
right
all
to
the
it.
time for when I took snowmobiles sledding on trails for
Yeah.
when like we had snow shows and stuff. Because that's what
Yeah.
we did for snow shows is we would actually take them
That's
out to trails in BC and shit and run
that's what
them.
I used them for.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
We did that in the
um
summertime and springtime too, when it was time for muskeg runs with the new quads and side by sides. And yeah, no, those Carmen handhelds were.
yeah. A Garmin with some trails on it, like the trail maps, extra fuel, recovery boards seem like the world's greatest scam. Actually work
Yeah,
exceptional,
your back
and a
end.
tire inflator, like it's just
Yeah,
a small cigarette lighter air compressor, brother. You're
those
set.
those 5 minute ones. Yeah. Um,
Pack you a picnic basket and some water.
your
Hit
back
the
end of your
trails.
Forerunner should look like the warthog from the Nothing But Jerry Cans.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, overlanding is actually a really fun way to do it. Like trail driving is tons of fun. One of our mutual friends, well, their parents own they have vehicles built for overlanding in BC. They do trail rides, like trail
Yeah.
drives, and they have some custom built Jeeps, which is like a really weird pull. If you ever get the chance to meet them, you probably won't expect it. But I remember when she told me about that, I was like, I asked her dad, and I was like, so your daughter told me you guys do trails, like you guys do overlanding trails, and he was like, yeah, are you into vehicles? And I had my race car there, and I was like, yes. I mean, I road race, but driving is fun, and I like driving recreationally. He goes, oh man, and he just started whipping out the photo album. And I was like, hell yeah, we're in it
What
now. And I got
wanna
that man
know
hyper fixated on long travel suspension
what's
and
really
bead
fun?
locks.
What's really fun with overlanding and off-roading, given that I'm a hardcore motorcycler, um, I got to do a few trips with Triumph Tigers, and BMW series. I'm drawing a blank on those ones. Never very fond of them. They were actually the G series. They were way too stiff. But the ones that were really nice were the Ducati multi. So like what Teammate wants to do with this
Okay, like they're
Forerunner and what you were talking about and stuff, doing that with motorcycles is actually a lot of fun.
yeah, they're like adventure bikes.
Yeah,
Honda.
they're actually
I like
literally
Hondas the most.
oh, the Africa Twin.
The Africa Twin
The
is
Africa
really
Twin
nice.
is a nice bike. I just personally have always been into cruisers guy, but I mean I've ridden them all because I built them all for fucking years consecutively. But I actually for this one I would have to say my favorite was actually the Triumph. The Triumph Explorer,
Yeah.
Triumph Tigers were very nice. They're the perfect amount of like soft suspension when riding on road, but they have electronics, hydraulic cylinders, so that like they have little computers that interact with the cylinders, tells it when to stiffen up and stuff. When you go off road, it senses it through the tires because you have tire sensors on. It's so cool, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Like those BMW bikes like that were costing like $40,000. The Triumphs were 23, and they had a really nice engine system in them because they were actually the same engines that came in Bonneville, the 1200. So really, really reliable. It was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun doing that, and it's actually a lot easier to not go down off road on those bikes than you think. Because like you would think, with all the bumps and unexpected ditches and stuff and rocks you might run into, that you're gonna find something and get thrown over the handlebars like on a dirt bike. No, these bikes are actually very quick to adapt so that the riders don't have to constantly swivel.
It might be my experience with dirt bikes being that I owned a CR80RR, like Honda pit bike.
yeah, the pit
but
bike.
I don't know that I could have thrown myself off that thing if I wanted to. Like it was bored out, and like the engine had been built by the guy I bought it off of because he was a buddy and he was selling it for cheap. So like I replaced the chain on it. I think it needed handlebar grips, and I rode it around the farm for like 6 months when I lived in McDowell.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. Rain, snow, sleet, hail, like dry as fart. It did not matter. I could pin that thing everywhere in fourth gear, and it like I could lock the brakes completely, and it just would not throw me off. I think it's because I was just too heavy for the bike, but the suspension just took it.
That
it was like, oh, we're stopping. Load the front. Like we're good.
That's obviously
Hell
why
yeah.
it's a good idea to be on a properly sized bike for yourself. That's like it's good to know what kind of bike fits you well, which one doesn't. But at the same time, you can hurt yourself.
That would be weird.
On any motorcycle possible. What would be
riding a regularly sized bike?
Shut up.
It's more comical to ride a bike that's way too small.
Look, it is. Don't get me wrong. Do you know how many people got a kick out of seeing me ride out of the shop in the middle of January, -40? I was dressed like a fucking tundra polar bear from head to toe with 2 sets of coveralls on, size 15 Timberland boots. I had a fucking hood, toque, and snowmobile goggles on, and a balaclava, and big ass fucking welding gloves that were insulated, and I rode out of the shop on a kid's Suzuki DS50 quad. My feet, it was so small that the only way I could fit my legs on it were on top of the handlebars. So I had my legs on the handlebars and I had my arms past my kneecaps driving, and I was just fucking scrunched. Oh my god, this thing couldn't get going to save its life.
Oh, it's mein Broter.
Hey, Matt.
Hello, Matt.
But it is really funny to ride small machines. It is, especially when you're my size. It's hilarious. But
I have a buddy who just took his bike course in BC, and they put him. His first day of riding skills was on a Grom, and like the Honda Grom,
they're good bikes.
If you've ever ridden on one, is one a very good bike, but also very comfortable. He's the same size build wise as I am. He's actually a little shorter. He's about 6'2", but he's lanky. And his second day, they put him on the Suzuki version of the Grom,
Oh no,
And
no,
we
no.
were talking to him, and he goes, "Okay, the Grom was actually comfortable. I did think about going back to the dealership after day one of the skills testing and changing the bike that I was buying to a Grom. And then I
So
rode the Suzuki. I can't remember what he called it.
I can't. I think it's just like the Suzuki R125 or something like that.
Yeah,
Kawasaki has
but
their
he,
own version called the Z125 as well. I know
yeah,
exactly what your buddy's talking about because I
but
look at
he
look at
was
me.
like,
I'm only
it's
half an inch shorter than you, but I'm 3 times wider than you. I rode a Grom on my course. They're actually a really comfortable bike.
yeah,
But the problem is why the Grom is better. The biggest reason is the fact that they only put a 4-speed transmission in it, so it has better gearing. The Kawasaki and the Suzuki have a 5 speed, so they are geared more like strung out, and that's not great because it has
I
no
forgot.
power through the first gear.
I forgot to tell you about this, but it was really funny, and I have to tell you. So I bought that. I bought a '69 Monaco a while ago. We covered that earlier,
Right?
and so I listed it for sale a little while
Yeah.
ago to try and see if I could sell it and use that money to fund upgrades on my Camaro.
Right. Just kind of test the waters. I remember this.
And it needs a lot of work. I'm going to do the work to it probably in the next couple of months. But I got an offer for it literally as I was going to take the ad down on Marketplace.
All right.
And I think you'd appreciate this. I was offered as a straight trade a 1984 Yamaha Virago that ran.
Fucking 750. No, that would have been
Yeah.
an 850.
I can't, yeah, I think it was, it would have, yeah, it was the 850.
Was it one
Everything
of
worked
the?
on it. He had
Okay.
been rebuilding this bike and he decided that he didn't want a bike anymore. He wanted to get an old car instead. And I was like, okay, let's talk this through a little bit from my perspective because like I feel like I'm getting the better of the deal of this, but I'm not giving you any cash. It's like,
Question.
so you want to trade a bike that needs its headlight mounted and wired for a car that needs a shock, a brake line, probably a bearing roll, and
What
stuff its electrical problems sorted out.
what
And he
year?
went
What year was that Virago?
1984.
Was the guy's name Ben by chance?
Yeah, I think so. That sounds about right.
Jesus Christ.
Or
Dude, you should have
maybe
taken the
it's-
deal. Oh, you
Hold
should have
on.
taken the deal.
I actually think I can see the chat.
I really hope it was, because if it was, I'm gonna hammer you so hard about how dumb you were, and I'll tell you why once I have the answer.
No, his name's Hudson.
God damn it, that's the guy Ben. Yeah, okay. Okay, so
Yeah, so
Hudson.
it's a 1984 Yamaha Virago.
Yeah.
All of the chrome, the custom painted gas tank, longer forks and new foot pegs. It needs
Yeah.
the headlight mounted back on. He
Yeah.
sent me a picture of it. This thing is mint.
Yeah.
Like it's actually
So-
pristine.
I'm going to tell you why you should have taken that deal. Hudson was a friend of Ben, and Ben was a guy who was working in the shop with me at Fun Motorsports back 5 years ago now. Came to the shop one day after work. I was staying late. Brings in this old ratted out motor. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing here? Be done for the day, Ben. Go home. And he's like, well, I want to work on this thing. I want to get it up and running and eventually turn it into a bobber. So we get this bike up and running. I did all the legwork essentially. He just sourced the parts because I ended up getting more invested in this than he. He ended up selling it to his buddy Hudson before he turned it into a bobber. Here's why you should have taken that bike. I'm the one that fucking built it. I'm the one that rebuilt it, dude. That's why it looks so nice. You're welcome.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. I should have taken the deal. I turned him down because I felt bad because like I want cash
Right.
on top of it, not because I didn't think the bike was worth it, because I don't have my bike license, so I'd still have to go take the course.
Yeah, but here's
So
the
like the only way I can make this work is if I get the bike plus like $1,000, so that way I can go get the safety gear I need to actually ride and take the course.
dude. What do you think you
And I
need
was-
for safety gear on the course? They will literally let
I-
you ride on the course in fucking like gardening gloves. As long
I
as
just
you
don't
have a
have
helmet,
good-
they don't care what you wear.
I don't have boots, and that's like the one thing that I do actually really care about
Dude, there
is
was
protecting my ankles.
they never let you
I
go past
understand.
30 on the course. I can testify to that. So like there was people there driving in their like ripped apart runners and fucking flannel shirts. As long as you have a helmet, they don't care about anything else. All they want is for it to cover your wrists and your ankle.
Yeah, that's valid. I didn't.
And God knows I got enough helmets. You could have just taken one of mine.
Yeah, I I am a proponent on two wheels of safety is better than not enough. So like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I get it. The safety course, absolutely, you can get away with less because they're watching you much more
It's
closely. But
supervised,
knowing
yeah.
my dumbass, I'm gonna flip a Grom on myself and like break my fucking ankle, and then I can't like. Then driving becomes hard.
Dude, I
Like
did.
regular cars.
Have you forgotten that I did flip the Grom on myself when I did the stoppie on the course?
I
That
know you flipped the Grom on yourself.
that bike, trust me, you would not have to worry. It's so fucking light. I literally just bench pressed it off of.
Yeah.
But like I said, they don't let you go past 30, so like you're never going past second gear because they just mainly want you to get into second gear so that you can get used to the idea of shifting. But no, I get what you're saying though. Like on road, off the course, you've seen how I dress for the ride, even when it's plus 30 out, hot as hell. I got
Yeah.
my helmet, my leather jacket, my leather gloves. I would have
And I've seen
proper
how people
leather
drive.
pants.
Like,
Well, yeah, that too, but that's also why I have a bike that's basically the size of a car because if you can't fucking see me, you are definitely going to be hearing me because my bike is definitely over the legal limit for sound decibels. Um, I don't at all have to shift up when I'm beside a cop, so it's not as loud. I don't know what you're talking about. Um, so like there it is
it's like me in the
definitely
Camaro today.
a trick. You do have to watch out for everybody. I have taken out a few mirrors because cars have pushed into me and physically like bumped into me because the first thing it's going to hit when a car pushes into your leg or into your lane is your leg because your leg is sticking out furthest from the body. And yeah, it doesn't feel
Yeah.
great. I've taken out quite a few taxi cabs mirrors because they've gotten tangled up with me and I've been trying to break away and the mirror just comes with me.
Yeah. On four wheels, I have really good panic response. On two wheels, I do fear that all goes away. Like,
That's why this summer I'm gonna take you out on the bike at least once, if not twice for sure. You just need to plan a weekend when you're available, and I will put a permit on the bike. We'll go.
I I'm good for whatever, man. I gonna panic the whole time? 100%.
You
Will
will.
I still do it? Absolutely.
So what I will say, because I know how you are, and I know how well you adjust to being in a new environment, especially when it comes to motorized vehicles, you will do what Fred and most other people did. For the first 5 to 10 minutes, it'll be an adjustment period. So I will ride more cautious than I normally do. And once you've learned how the gravity feels when you take a turn or when you're getting going and stopping, then it'll be okay. Plus, you also have a backrest, so you don't have to like be snug right against me. You can relax. And then after that, you'll realize it's all good. The bike is going to keep you in the seat, and it'll be the
Yeah.
best thing you've ever experienced after
I
that.
mean, riding dirt bikes has taught me that I'm not gonna fly off the side of it. It's like originally my hesitance to bikes was like, okay, low speed, two wheels, not so safe.
God damn it, Matt.
Now my hesitance to bikes is straight up people. It's, hey, listen, he's not wrong.
That's something else though. Being on the bike with me, you will see how I handle it, and it'll make a lot more sense. Like, oh, this is how he gets around this. This is how he doesn't have to worry about this. Like
Yeah.
the whole laning and keeping your gates in the lane is where that comes from, right? Like stay in the left side of the lane so that if you're in the right lane, but you're on the left hand side of that lane and a car from the left lane starts pushing in, you now have three gates to escape safely without doing anything stupid. You can either go forward, away, hit the brakes, go backwards, or you can go to the right side of the lane and make a choice. So you've got 3 different gates that you can go through escape.
Yeah, that's valid. There's lots of it that obviously I just don't know, and that's interesting. I had not considered that. Um,
And like
Yeah.
Matt said too, I do kind of force them to see them
Matt's got a
there
good
because
point.
like I don't even have my horn on the bike hooked up because my exhaust is physically louder than my horn. If I honk my horn, you're not going to hear it anyway. So what's the point in having it hooked up?
You, I think, would really appreciate the sound that my buddy Carl's bike makes. He bought a, oh man, it's a 400. It's a Kawasaki. It's the same bike that I was looking at buying.
The Ninja or Cruiser?
It's not a Ninja, but it is a sports bike. It's the ZX4RR. And it sounds like your initial thought is probably that bike probably sounds terrible. It's a 4-cylinder.
No, the ZX series is actually a really nice sounding bike.
It's really nice. And before he had even ridden it on the street once, he put a full titanium exhaust on it, header back.
Which was probably a Tetraprovic. Yeah, I'm aware of these systems. Yeah.
And then he got it tuned. And he learned the first time he rode it that when you are riding it, the traction control must remain on to use flat shift. Because the way the flat shift on that bike works is it just cuts and it's back full power because the rev band on it's so high.
Yeah.
And it's a 4-cylinder. So it's all torque all the time.
Yep.
He was like, I hadn't gone 13 kilometers on it yet. And I just about put it on its ass.
Well, I'm pretty sure that bike is also...
It was a little wet.
I'm pretty sure that bike is also a dry clutch, so you don't have to ride the clutch for the power input. It's just always there.
And like the double R's come, they have like the multi-power mode. So you have like lower and higher.
Yeah.
It's got the flat shifting to it. Like that just comes stock.
It does. And the reason for that coming stock compared to a typical street bike is actually because ZX series bikes aren't considered street bikes. They're actually considered entry-level super sport.
Yeah. It's but the sound that this thing makes is the most...
They're growly.
Good morning, my neighbor.
They are growly.
It shoots flames. It is ridiculous.
Oh,
like,
dude, I mean, you've heard mine. What earthly reason should a bike like mine have as a cruiser be able to rev up to the same RPM as the Suzuki's, the GSXRs, the Honda CBRs? Like I can rev my cruiser up to fucking 11,500 RPM. And that's a growly V-twin. That thing vibrates and it feels like it's coming apart when it does it, but fuck, I don't think you've ever heard it bounce off the red line before.
Probably not.
I'll have to do that for you when we're riding in the next couple weeks.
There's really only like one bike I think I would drop everything to buy, and that's like a 90, I think they're 92, 93 CBR 250RR. Like the 250cc inline four that revs to 20,000 RPM and it sounds like an F1 car. Like that's the noise bike for Chris. Like, wah!
I can actually think of 2 that you would probably like just as much of that as that, if not more. Fuck, English is hard.
True.
The 98 Hayabusa 1300cc super sport motorcycle with double piston brakes and rotors on both sides of the wheel. You know how motorcycles typically only have a brake system on one side.
Yeah, listen, it's a rocket ship. You got to slow it down.
That's because the brakes aren't great on it.
I have sat on and gotten to he did let me ride on it. He brought it to the track. I have a buddy that owned a Gen 1 Busa that had 200,000 kilometers on it.
Yeah, they last.
And he brought it to the track, and as a funny joke, he was like, "Do you want to come up pit lane with me?" Like we'll just lap pit row one time, because like Carl has always been adamant I should get a bike. I've owned bikes and just never kept them long enough to actually go get a license and ride them or finish them, as I've been painfully reminded so many times.
I try not to bug you about it too, but I do bug you about it quite a bit.
I wish somebody had like slapped me when when we were getting ready to sell Goldwing and actually made me sit down and pay attention to what was going on at that time, because I would have just kept that Goldwing.
I tried to, but I didn't want to crush
your
dreams either, because you had plans for the money that was coming, and I was like, all right, well.
Yeah, like,
but like,
would a Goldwing have been cooler?
Dude,
yes.
When you gave it to me, that thing was a rust bucket.
That was so bad.
When we sold it, I had all of the brakes working. All that gummed up shit was out of the master cylinder. The calipers were unseized and working. I took the pistons apart, cleaned it, put it back in with boot seals. New brake lines. I unseized the rear axle. I put new I always call them insoles because that's just the nickname we gave them in the shop. But the rubber air tubes that go inside of old school bike tires, because they were rail thin.
Tubes?
Yeah, the tubes, air tubes. Yeah. I put new ones in there because the rubber on those tires were still good. And I had it running. I had the ignition pulled out. I got everything cleaned out. I rewired it properly so that trailer harness wasn't fucking with me. That's why I was able to get it like as much.
Trailer harness was so fucking jerry-rigged. I remember we pulled that thing apart originally. We were just like, "What the fuck?"
I was
like, why is it tied into the main harness?
I was so mad when I saw all fucking 13 wires for that trailer harness wired into this singular main wire that goes to the braking system. That pissed me right off. I was so mad. Oh, dude, I ended up just cutting that chunk out and getting a new section of like free wire and just soldering it.
For the people that are confused, I owned an all original, highly modified 1980 Honda Goldwing GL 1100, and it was, I thought, not that much work, and I learned very quickly like all of that much work and more. And so when I moved back to the city, I brought it to Will's place and was like, if you can make it run, I guess I'll keep it. But if you can't, we'll tinker with it, try to make it work. And if you can't fix it, just let me know and we'll sell it.
And by the time I had it running, you had already changed your mind.
By the time we had it running, it's like, yeah, let's just sell it. It's worth more now.
Yeah, I didn't tell you because you never even came by to look at it because you were so busy. But yeah, I even got the radio and CB radio system working on that.
Oh.
Like I had everything.
I could have been talking to truckers on the open highways.
Dude, I cleaned out the vent system, got all the rat's nests out of there. The adjustable windshield I got working again. I popped all the rivets off of it and cleaned it all out and got the gunk out of there, and then re-lubed it up and put new rivets on it. I even got new gold pinstriping for the Windvetter jammer front fairing that was all cracked and shit. So like everything was working again, and I was able to get a hold of my buddy who's big into old school Goldwings, and I got rid of that trailer harness, like that trailer system that was on the back, the welded part, and I got an original stock rear fender for it, and I had that put on as well because it was the same color. Like it looked the way it did in 1980. And then,
wow, my list of regrets has just grown by like 8.
Yeah, and like I sat there, I was so happy, and Hope was looking at it, and she's like, "Wow, you've put a lot of nice work into this bike. It looks really good now." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm really happy. I think Chris is gonna like it." And then I got the message from you, "Yeah, let's just sell it, see what you can get for it." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I kind of wanted to strangle you.
You should have. You should have strangled me underneath the bike while it ran. like yeah, that was a large communication breakdown. Going back to the Steam Next Fest, because we're still talking about that.
Yeah,
I'm actually gonna cry about that later tonight.
Well, just remember, if I ever bite the bullet, you get my bike. You've already called dibs on that years ago, so
You goddamn right. The next game that I played,
I keep forgetting the fucking
was
Steam recommendations are not Pete rated. Yeah.
yeah. Next game that I played was Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator. And it was a game that we actually laughed at Fred for playing, and then I was like, I actually want to try that because it looks really cool,
I
and I'm all
laughed
for
purely
it.
because of the coincidences of it, but it did
Because we knew
genuinely
he'd
seem
be
like a
playing
cool
it.
game. Oh yeah, he's a heavy fucking cannon nerd.
Brother, and let me tell you, this game was rad.
I just wish
There's-
his videos would load. Why are they not loading?
As an original concept, like it's dick papers, please, but in a warheads on foreheads setting. So you play as the operator of an Iron Nest. An Iron Nest is a walking artillery gun
Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna go to YouTube.
that provides you get instructions for fire missions that you have to carry out while within your Iron Nest. High Command, who is your reigning authority, as one might assume given the title, provides you with these fire missions through a typewriter that is automated. You can't speak out, they can only speak to you in. Oh, what's cracking, dog?
Woof.
Okay, I have a story about that exact statement. So the other day I came home, and every day I say something different.
Here's
like,
the Iron Nest.
are you
demo for
winning,
everybody
son?
watching.
How's it going? What's up? Like, whatever. The other day I came into the office and she was playing a game, and I was like, "What's up, big dog?" Roof, roof. And the absolute gut buster that I got was the most vindicating thing I've ever received in my life, because it, like, out of nowhere, actual laugh, like, yes.
You should just be lucky when you said "What's up, big dog." She didn't say "Acknowledge me." Fucking OTC out here, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it was good, and I'm gonna ride that high for the rest of my life. I got one good
my WWE
one good
nerdiness,
gut buster.
wrestling nerdiness peeked through there.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I'm sorry, boss.
Thank you for the WWE media interjection.
Sorry, boss. I'll do better.
So Iron Nest,
Yes,
it's
Iron
absolutely
Nest.
a Fred game.
100%.
You receive some pretty loose instructions, and then you go over to the map and you have to chart out the shots. It does not give you a ton of information for this, so you have to have like a basic understanding of map work.
Yeah.
And then you have to be able to read, which I struggled with at first. And you have to be able to follow the instructions the game provides you, which admittedly I also struggled with at first.
Fuck, you are one of the like most like descriptive men I've ever met.
Once I missed the first shot by about 6 tiles on the map, and I figured out what I was doing, it clicked pretty fast.
Right.
So the game likes to give you information through the proxy of spotters, which is what you would use for artillery on a battlefield. So it tells you where on the grid map the spotters are, and then it gives you very loose parameters for where the next target is.
Now it's playing.
So
yeah,
so it tells you like spotter 1 is at like they're on H7 subset 5-3, and that's a tile on the map. You move a spotter pin there.
Yeah.
Spotter 2 is here. From spotter 1, the target's bearing is 73 degrees. And from spotter 2, the target's bearing is 268 degrees. And that point where they intersect is where your shot has to go. And you punch that distance and that bearing into the shot calculator. It tells you how many powder charges you need.
Yeah.
You preset it into the thing, you load the round. It's all very analog. And then you aim the turret, and you get the really satisfying ka-chunk, and the screen vibrates as the cannon fires.
I'd say that's a pretty good assumption, like what Matt just said. It's a good math game, because I mean, essentially that's what it is. You need to be good with triangulation trajectory.
The bulk of the math work is taken out of it because the game does the math for you. If you can plot the map plotting accurately, and you can punch that in, like there's a bit in this trailer where it shows you like the shot computer where you give it the distance, and then later you can tell it your turret's bearing and the ammo type,
Yeah.
and then it tells you your turret elevation is this, you need this many charges, like you can see right there. And so you load the round, you load that many powder charges in,
Yeah.
you set the elevation, you turn the turret, you fire the cannon. It literally is like you plot it, you tell the computer what you need, it tells you how to aim, you pull the trigger, and then you have to hope that you didn't mess a number up.
Right.
The game does make that very easy. Big wheel, go spin around. Hard to control accurately with a mouse, admittedly. And it gives you like ways to speed it up, and it's really easy to overshoot where you're trying to go or like miss. So it's like the bearing is 115.3 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's like
Speaking of
turning
which,
the mouse super slow to turn that in is brutal.
I don't know why this just came to my mind, but maybe it's because like this has something to do with like shooting a big gun and warfare. How excited were you found out that Black Ops 1 and 2 coming?
I didn't think it was real.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough, but when you found out it was real, like I gotta know, given that this is the era we grew up with, people are gonna jump in there and they're gonna think, "Oh, this is pretty cool. I've seen this with Black Ops 6 and 7," and meanwhile, we're literally back. Pun intended with that, by the way. Meanwhile, we're back. Sitting there at fucking what 8 and 9 years old with Black Ops 1 and 2 shitting bricks when we heard the. Like, how excited are you to hear the original zombie song again?
I am excited. I liked those games a lot when they came out. I am concerned in what ways are they going to fuck it up.
Yeah, fair enough. Given how everything has gone since Black Ops 4, it's definitely...
The general trend of Activision is how much money can we pull out of this intellectual property without doing anything new or innovating.
Yeah, Activision's been hanging around with Ubisoft too much, like, given everything they've been doing with their games. They've had too many meetings. They've been going too hard together. They thought they could hide it, but we knew they were dating.
Yeah. If it comes out and it is just those games and they've remastered them, that'll be cool. If it comes out like welcome to exactly how the current games are going.
Just with the story, story of the first two. Yeah, no, I might genuinely throw hands.
Go track down the Activision CEO, strangle him in a back alley.
Yeah.
You praise like a hero, like that Luigi Mangione guy who killed that benefits provider CEO for denying a claim.
Find the guy in the back alley and just whisper in his ear from the darkness. You ever wondered what Mason and Woods felt like?
It's like it'll be a thing. I don't know if it'll be good though. So that was Iron Nest, which was very good. Most of these demos that I played had like a "Do you want to fill out?" or like little questionnaire about what you thought afterwards.
It's very typical.
And
yeah.
I would be curious to know, because it's like a Google form that they generated automatically, and it just hot linked me to it when I clicked the yes, I'll do your questionnaire button. I'm curious to know how many people had the same thought that I did. Is that Iron Nest is a game that I think absolutely needs VR.
It definitely seems like it's set up that way, doesn't it?
That's what I'm saying. The way that they set all of the control schemes up, and like, if you
think about it, you get too excited, you're starting to breathe like a monkey.
So the turret elevation is the first time I made this mistake. If you set there's two sticks, that picture right there that's on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Go back one.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm watching on the delay. So there's the 2 sticks in the center,
Yeah.
and there's the 2 wheels on the outside. If you set the center lever, it will rapidly bring the gun elevation to where you've set it, and it's degrees.
I can see that. Yeah, the degree range.
If you stop it while it's spinning, like if you click on the wheel while it's spinning up, it causes the gun to jam. Like not jam as if it breaks permanently, but it you force it at a dead stop, and that little pressure gauge in the top left corner will drop.
Oh.
There's pipe work all along the inside that you have access to, that as pressure, like as you do stuff that causes the gun to malfunction or not operate as intended, it will cause failures that relieve system pressure.
Okay.
You can go and turn like these little, they're just little turn valves, and you can turn them in and stop the pressure leak.
Okay.
And fix the failure. Down from that small thing all the way to like the map thing, I think would be harder to pull off just because of the precision required cannot lean itself to VR a little bit.
Yeah.
But like the adjustments, the loading mechanisms,
well, do you use,
even the center console for firing
use the mouse
is very
point?
VR friendly.
The mouse point to do the map plotting?
Yes. Yeah, it's all based on your mouse.
You'd have to be very finite and delicate with it, but the VR pointers that you get with controllers work like that.
And I do think it could be done with VR. It would be a little bit more difficult.
You'd have to be
everything about this game seems, let's do VR.
Yeah.
Like even the little link, so you can link gun elevations together. You could shoot both guns at the same time.
Right.
Even that, like when you click on it, you can just click it and it'll automatically move through the thing, or you can click and drag it through its path. And like actually tie them together.
Hey, Steph.
All of that with VR would be nice. Like it'd be really satisfying.
Yeah, that's
Plus,
fair.
if they let you like grab it and spin it, like the wheels.
Yeah.
That would be so good. Like it'd be hard to do that without causing the brakes, because if you spin it too fast and then you stop it, it causes that like same malfunction instance to occur, and then you have to go and find the gate valve that's leaking and turn it in.
Yeah.
But like that was my only criticism. I was like, I don't even own a VR headset, but I would be willing to look at getting one again to play this game in VR, because I feel like it would be so much fun.
I really want to enjoy VR because I've had a few fun experiences with it. The problem is it throws my equilibrium off so much that after like
you get motion sickness.
Yeah, like I last maybe one song on Beat Saber, and then I'm done. I can't. I don't know what it is, but it just throws me off so hard.
That's not uncommon. That's the most common issue with VR is the motion sickness.
But so we've ran through all of the demo games that you checked out.
Well, there was one more, but it sucked, so we really don't have to talk about it.
And you can't remember the name, so we're gonna move on.
Bold assumption that I would forget Echoes of Aincrad.
Oh fuck yeah! No, we're definitely moving on. JRPG. It's self-explanatory. I feel like it's gonna be good as long as
it won't be.
It was just like the other Sword Art Online games.
Okay, it's not like the Sword Art Online games. Totally. So the visual style of it was very impressive.
I fucking hate that there's so many goddamn adult-rated games on Steam that you type in one word and it's like, did you mean this 18-rated game?
I don't know why your Steam search history autos to adult games, but like
I have my fucking parental controls on, man. Like
I'm
this
sure
is
you
ridiculous. My kid and wife have access to this. Why would I want them seeing that shit? Like, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna send a fucking sternly worded email to Steam about their bullshit.
I could imagine that if your wife said it would be difficult to explain.
Yeah, really difficult.
That was with Aincrad. The tutorial lets you play through the prologue of the game, which gains you access to a few like main missions and some side quest stuff. You play as just a random guy that got stuck in the death game, or girl,
So same
or
as
non-binary persons, whichever you
Alicization.
choose. Same as, same as the Alicization game. It lets you pick your weapon style. It has like a weapon proficiency system, kind of like SA at the show.
Yeah.
Like that's something that they briefly show in all of like the skill trees and stuff. The AI is kind of dumb, which is whatever. The world itself is really beautiful. My biggest problem with it is that it uses like the same stat distribution system that the solo leveling game had, and it sucks. It's
well,
like,
okay. To be fair, it wasn't great, but I actually didn't
it
mind
wasn't
the
the
solo
worst.
leveling one. I honestly, I'd take the solo leveling one over the fucking Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet one. That was
that's fair.
ugh, that was horrible.
It's just really tedious. Like the game gives you 3 points per level, and you can level up a couple times while you play the tutorial or the demo, and it's like that same like barely marginal increase in ability applies, but the game gives you no skill points to compromise with that. So it's just like level to level, there's no gain, and it is just kind of aggravating. And you only gain XP from completing quests, like not from hunting or doing random things.
Unfortunately,
like,
that seems like
you did this side quest.
That seems like the way New Age MMOs are going. It's not like how it used to be with the World of Warcraft and stuff, where you could get even monetary XP from doing little things. A lot of newer
I will
MMOs
say to Matt's point, there is a death game mode. You can play it on Iron Man. So if you die, your character just swipes. But like,
hey, Avrix.
I thought that was kind of funny and like a good addition. I think if you want to make a game based on an anime about a death game, you should have an Iron Man mode.
The thing that worries me about this with the story mode is I'm seeing a lot of characters that were in various seasons. The problem that every Sword Art Online game has had at some point or another in it is the fact that you run into powerhouses that just trump everything and make it not fun to play. And unfortunately, that is Kirito, and because they're the MCs, right? Like, if you're not making them the playable characters in a JRPG, then they should not be a part of the story clause, given that you're doing an offshoot story. Because then it just ruins the whole aspect, because now you're watching them rather than build a character.
Yeah, I mean, from what you see in the prologue, and this is probably very different beyond that, they're really not talked about. You meet an NPC while you're doing like the prologue quest before it gives you the like main starter town, and he talks about like, because the idea of the prologue is it takes place on the last day of the beta before the game goes live.
Right, yeah.
And he talks about like, oh yeah, there's some like really good beta testers. They're out, and like some of them have made it pretty high. So Kirito does pop up during that, but in like just the running around stuff, you can't find him.
Oh, okay.
The big bad seems to be 2 player killers, is like whole shtick. Those are the enemies.
Oh, like maybe
and
they're just doing something with the coffin cult that was.
I don't know what the deal is. It doesn't give you enough information. It's just like, I guess you got to pay $94 to play our game. It's like, I don't though.
You know what I would rather do, which I've actually been waiting to check out, because it's, well, last I checked, it was free to play. You and me should check out the Sword Art, not Sword Art, the fucking Seven Deadly Sins MMO that came out a month and a half ago. Because that one is free to play, and I have it in my library.
Huh?
Know about this? Dude,
no. I mean, I might have actually heard about it, but I don't remember seeing anything about it.
Yeah, the Seven Deadly Sins Origin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, that looks really good. And I'm a fan of the Seven Deadly Sins. Fuck you, Steam, trying to catch me out. See, what the fuck? I type in Seven Deadly Sins, I get 7 deadly dates. This is bullshit.
Seven.
Like,
I can't believe it was wishlisted. Will 7 deadly dates? Golly, dude.
Fuck.
What's next? Sex
wait,
divers?
no, I
Sit
actually
down.
hold on. No, wasn't? Was it? No, you got to be fucking baiting me on that one. No, there's no way. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm tired of this shit. You're a piece of shit. It was not. I fucking hate you.
I can't believe I got you at that.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh, that was too
but the
good.
7 Deadly Sins is free to play. It's open world MMORPG, and I actually really want to check this out because it looks like it's got a bunch of other game modes in it too.
Yeah, that looks kind of good actually.
Yeah. And
But
I'm not
the
gonna
thing
lie,
I'm
I would rather
curious-
go through a shitty JRPG game with the 7 Deadly Sins lore than the Sword Art Online lore, just with how much SAO keeps getting shit on. I love SAO, but it just keeps getting shit on by the creators too much. Like
it's a bad
each season gets worse and worse. It's so bad.
Just ignore that.
And I can say that because I've watched both. So I am making a logical comparison here. 7 Deadly Sins got worse with each season too. Or as well, I should say.
It did.
But at least it still had a marginally good save at the end.
The bit about the SAO game I'm curious about is that all the stuff that the journalists have covered about it is that it only goes up to like the first 20 or so floors.
Okay. And
I'm curious if that's true.
Is 100.
Yeah. And like the show covered, I think, to like it was like the 88th floor or something like that. That's where like the final episode of the first arc takes place.
Yeah, when they fight Heathcliff and find out that he's actually what's his nuts?
He's actually Kayaba.
Thank you. Yeah.
And he has the Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. So I'm curious as to whether or not they're going to go any higher than the first 20 floors. Like, I think the idea is that the group of players that you exist within, like they just they live on the first 20 floors.
Right. Okay.
And that's like their whole game. I don't know.
So it looks
if it goes past that, it could be all right.
It looks like there have been video games that have theorized the final floors that were never reached in the anime or the manga, but Kirito beat Heathcliff in the Ruby Palace, which I know was the 75th floor.
Yeah, that's right.
So the last 25 floors were never actually touched upon in the main story, but I know there have been video game adaptations like Infinity Moment and Hollow Realization that did go up to 100 floors.
Yep. So that could be cool. I am curious as to how that's going to go.
Yeah.
Because, like, it'd be a good place to, like, shoehorn it in. Like, hey, this is the biggest game we've ever made. And we're going to, and, like, do all 100 floors. Why not? It could be fun. Could be the move.
That's true. It could be. I think that would be cool, especially if you're doing it with like another person, like a true MMO, like miniature kind of thing. Because let's be honest, I've played a fuck ton of MMOs, probably too many for one person. But the only one I actually played by myself is World of Warcraft, and that's purely just because I know so much about it. I don't need to worry or question anything. I can just. But other ones, no, I have much more fun figuring things out on the fly with friends. Hey man, I need Frankfurt because hard by myself. Why would I get into a game that's literally on its way out the door? It is digging its own hole right now. It's at 5.5 feet. It needs another 6 inches, and the coffin is ready, Mike. Okay? Like, I always thought about getting into Destiny, and I did play Destiny 1 a little bit back in the day, but I just couldn't stick with it.
Matt's fully on the Destiny 2 bandwagon.
You know he said that with his whole chest.
Yeah, he did. Like,
oh, I love you, Matt.
Matt, how many hours have you put into Destiny 2 since it was purchased for you at this point? I am curious about that because I feel like the numbers got to be upwards of 40.
As your legal counsel, I cannot advise that. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's okay.
Although if I was going to play a new light, I'd probably just play the 007. Segue. No.
That was good. Should keep practicing that for the next one.
Okay. Yes, boss. Fuck. We really need to figure out when we're doing that try not to laugh thing. But
it's every episode. Too late to go back.
Oh, it would be so bad. Billy and Keeger down for try not to laugh as well. Like, this would be so fucked.
Hell yeah.
But that being said, yes, we've theorized about the games that you played for demo.
237?
I'm not going to say anything because you are well aware of the hours I put into which only has one story. So, what you did want to talk about before Next Fest, though, was the games we've been playing currently.
Yeah, we played WWE. We played 2K26.
Played a bit of WWE. I've played quite a bit of WWE.
That was, I think, the funniest experience I've had playing a multiplayer game.
It was pretty good.
You, me, and Tegan.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Listening to you as she beat you and then turned to me and I was like, okay, well, I just need to force her character into a submission. That'll be easier. I can button mash faster than a 6-year-old can. And then hearing the hammering of a controller through your microphone from across the room and realizing, oh, that's why Will's not answering me anymore, because he's got a point to prove. He's going to beat my ass in the wrestling game.
Dude, I couldn't see your face, but the sound I heard from you I immediately kicked out of your submission with, like, you did not resist at all. You were not expecting it. I immediately blasted through that button combo, and all I heard from the other end was, huh?
It was some raw stupefaction is what happened. I was not expecting it, and then suddenly I was losing. And I think I only barely squeaked it out in the end.
You did, because I am not familiar with Alexa Bliss's moveset. I don't admittedly play a lot of female wrestlers.
In all of the games we've played together, I think that was probably the most I've laughed, just because of the sheer hilarity of a wrestling game.
And you did get a kick out of what I said to Tegan when the whole process started. I will fully admit that.
That's a quote for the tombstone. Okay, you're lucky I love you as much as I love the WWE. Needs to be engraved on your tombstone when you
sounds so bad without context. Part of me doesn't want to give context either, but at the same light, I don't want people to think I'm a horrible father. So the way that started was whoa. I was trying to get couch co-op to work, and I was also in an online lobby with Chris, and I didn't realize that the WWE games don't let you do couch co-op and online at the same time. And so it made me mad. It pissed me off because she's sitting there. She doesn't know what's going on. All she knows is, I want to play. Hurry up. Come on. Open the game for me. So I finally said, fuck it. Pulled out my gift section on my Steam library. Sent her a copy of the game. Chunked out the money. And those were the words that came out without thinking about it. As I clicked send gift. You're lucky I love you as much as I love the WWE. And then I heard the ding on her computer because she got the Steam gift. Yeah, that's definitely one for the history books. Oh man.
It is a genuine shame that that wasn't said on stream. Like there's no receipts for that beyond my memory. Like
Yeah.
that is the most clippable thing I think you've ever said. Like, it was just too good.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, but I've thought more about it, and I know I'm not gonna put Tegan on stream with me until she's like older because you know how people it can be.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's valid.
but no, that definitely was probably one of the funnier things I've said in a long time. Problem is, I didn't think about it, said it.
Straight from the heart.
There was no meter. Um,
Too good. The next game we played was Horizon 6.
I've been having a lot of fun with that. Honestly, I haven't even done the races other than the ones I've done with you. I've purely just been around the map. It's such a beautiful map to drive through. And like, I'm not even driving a fast car. Like, I'm in the 96 Impala stock class car. Maybe I'm lucky if I break 90 mph with that thing, but I'm just cruising, opening up the roads. It's so awesome. I love the environment and the setting of it. It's so cool.
They did a really good job of packing all of that in.
Yeah.
Because, like,
speaking of which, as of today, I finally got my 64 Impala to wheelie. Front wheels fully off the ground. It actually leaves skid marks on the ground behind me as the back end slaps the ground so hard when I lift the front end up.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh, it's so cool.
But Horizon 6 seems to be one of the few games, like it might be the only Horizon game where depending on where you go on the map, you get different conditions. I think 5 did it, but we don't talk about 5. And like 4 was purely based on the seasons.
Thing. Yeah, it was a weekly thing, and it wasn't just sections of the map. It was the whole map.
The whole map.
Whereas, which admittedly was cool, but the problem is I got stuck in a rotation of I would log on to the game, it'd be wintertime. Fuck that. Yep. I don't want wintertime.
Every time.
And then I would log off, and a couple weeks later, I'd jump back on it, and it's wintertime again. It's like, God. Like, I would get so irate.
Sorry.
It is
the issue I always had with Horizon 4 was the same. I play it like once a month, and every time I come back, it was winter.
Yeah.
And then like one time I came back, and I hadn't finished the game, so like I still had all of the last races to do. That's like use the high power supercar. It's like I can't. It's Ice City. Yeah. I'm gonna fly off the road. Yeah. And then I finally came back, and it was like, hey, welcome to summer. I was like, yes. Blitzed all of the fall races in a day. And I was like, I never want to play this game again now. That's kind of where it's at.
Well, okay, I do still play it. I've kind of gotten over my grumpiness about the winter, but the thing was, I did the same as you. I waited for even a spring season. Yeah. And then I blitzed
anything but winter.
I blitzed all the races, and then now, even if it's winter, I just drive the roads to unlock all the roads. But I mean, to be honest, I still play Horizon 3 from time to time as well, just because that's the first one I ever played. And I had a lot of fun with it. The Australian environment, that's where you are, is Australia, and was really cool.
Yeah. I hope that once like the first year is done with 6, it's a lesson that they've learned, and they add the ability to manually toggle the seasons.
You would think.
Because I think they did with 4 later. Because I vividly remember being able to open up the game and be like, the map is currently in the winter season. And then through the pause menu, there was a way you could toggle the seasons through. And then it would reload the map.
Huh. I never thought about that. Yeah,
even if it was just something you could only do for like a private game. I can't remember if 4 did it or if that was actually just something that I thought about.
Yeah, it's possible.
But it would be cool to do that with 6 because like usually the seasonal stuff for the online is all based around what season the map is in.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to do online stuff to get the cars, it's not that difficult. You just pick the car it tells you to, and you go do the
Yeah.
events. And it's relatively easy because usually winter it's like use this rally car. Pretty
Yeah.
straightforward.
Yeah, exactly.
Fall, spring, summer, it's usually like here's a muscle car or a sports car or a hyper car, and do the thing. So, So it'd be cool if it did that, or if at the very least it was like a private game option where you could just like, I'm gonna set up a private game, only my friends can join, and it's summer forever.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because like you
that
don't
would be
need to do the
nice.
multiplayer stuff.
No.
Horizon 6 has been a lot of fun, and I think at this point still only won like 9 cars from wheel spins.
I have actually, it's actually kind of pissing me off. I've won more cars than anything else from the wheel spin, but the problem is that they're duplicates. Like, do you know how many fucking?
I haven't had that problem yet.
You know how many Honda Civic Type R's I've gotten from the wheel spins? I'm getting fucking tired of it. I have the whole rainbow palette in my inventory.
Does something I was thinking about the other day, and
Matt is
maybe
really pushing for the Destiny 2 climb.
I'm curious as to whether or not this is something it's prompted you for, or if I just haven't gotten a duplicate somehow. In earlier Horizon games, if you got a duplicate vehicle of one that you already owned, usually it would offer you the chance to to swap the vehicle out for its credit value. Has 6 not done that for you?
I actually,
because I'm pretty sure I've gotten a couple duplicates, and I don't know that I've noticed it did.
no, it hasn't done that for me. No, because I can think I've gotten rid of all the extra Civic Type R's I've gotten because the fact that I have one, it's just more than yuck for me. I can't fucking stand Civics. But I do have 2 of the GR Supras, and now that you mention it, yeah, no, I didn't get that option. It was just like, here you go, here's another Supra.
Because 4 used to do that.
Yeah.
If you got a bunch of vehicles and they were all duplicates, like from a super or a regular wheel spin,
Yeah.
it would be like, you already own these. Here's the credit value instead.
Yeah, no, I do remember that from 4 because I had like shit was it going in your check. I had like 3 Austin Minis and I had the option to swap them all out for the credits because they were duplicates. I don't care about the estate. I just want to go. Can't I?
Hit the save changes button.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. This is actually the first estate.
Is it actually?
Yeah, and it was only because I drove to it to open up the road. I genuinely did not. Fine, fuck. That damaged Chevy.
Just a beater truck.
It's the beater truck. Good work, truck.
It's not.
It's Michael. Or those were two. Sorry, RZC. Yeah, it tells me the credit value, but it's not like it's not doing what it used to do. Sell it for the credit amount. It seems like you have to. Yeah, it seems like you'd probably have to go to buy and sell it through the auction or auto show or something.
Oh yeah.
That's actually
Yeah,
kind
you have
of
to
annoying.
auction house it.
Yeah, that's actually kind of annoying.
Okay, well I'm glad I wasn't just seeing stuff.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh man, you still haven't done the Mech Rush event?
no. Like I said, I've just been driving the roads because I've been enjoying the environment. Once all the roads are open and I have all the signboards and the mascots, then I'll start doing the races.
I mean, halfway there, so like basically done.
Basically,
Almost caught me.
I actually, yeah, when I started today, I had 155 roads open. Like I have doubled that number.
That is a lot of roads.
It is. What now? I just want to leave. Jesus. Yeah, I think I'm at 108 mascots now out of
Oh yeah.
200, and I'm about 84 signboards. I think I
I
actually
think you were
have.
in the
I think I've actually passed you in terms of signboard. Yeah, for some reason I've
probably.
not been focusing much on signboard.
Nope. Because I focused on mascots. I
Yeah,
think you
that's
were in
fair.
the call with me when I got the last one.
Yes, I was. Because that's when you said, fuck it, you're going to
Yep.
bed. Oh, I have
After I got the
77.
last one.
Sorry. 77 and 105 minutes. Okay. But yeah,
That's not bad.
most of the
It's like basically done.
yeah, most of the map is open. I'm leaving the city areas in terms of maps because I'll work on those once all the surrounding is done. 'Cause then I can just drive in the city. But yeah, I'm gonna make my way up and around, come back down. Also, can
I'd
you
be terrified to know.
maybe you can tell me why, but why is the first house you can buy as a fucking 3 million? Like, why was that the first one they offered us? Like, oh yeah, we know you're only gonna have like 89,000 credits, but here's a $3 million house. Like,
I don't know, but I do remember buying it first.
what?
Yeah. It was like, hey, here's the first house. I drove over and I bought it.
I don't think I've modified that many cars. I just maybe I have modified that many cars. It's cost me
Oh.
that much money, but
You know what it is?
Hmm.
No, you're the first house you get at a discount.
oh
So
right. So
So the first house they suggest you buy is the Tokyo house.
your mic just cut out hard.
What? No.
Like even on Discord, you just died. Gone. Goodbye. Please come again.
No, it didn't. You're wrong.
Trying.
Why? Burp.
Oh, nothing.
Well,
Maybe
that's
you have
weird.
to unplug it and plug it back in.
I don't think so.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Shit, this might be me actually. I just realized the sound of my game died.
This is where we found out his headset died.
How about now?
But stream mic is working.
Yeah,
the
what
mic
the
is doing mic
Okay,
things.
that's all right. That was my headset. And this old Razer's getting old.
Ah, had me going for a minute there.
Yeah, no, that was me.
Yeah, so the first house that the game lets you buy, they sell you at a discount. I bought the Tokyo house because I was right there, and I was like, oh man, it's only 10,000 credits because the estate is
It's so fun.
was also very expensive. Yeah, like Matt said, the first house you got was free.
Yeah, Maze House is free because that's the one where you start. But then the very next one, the Tokyo place, that's like 3 blocks away in the same city area, 3 million. And then after you do some stuff, you unlock her grandparents' place, which is where it just was, Yashiki place, which is 23,000. Like, that's wildly different.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember buying them. That was it. Like I'm pretty confident it was like, hey, go to this house. And I was like, all right, cool. And I did it immediately.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to ask about the map uncovering mechanic.
The what?
The map uncovering mechanic that can be moderately irritating.
What do you mean?
So the regions
Yeah.
uncover with a fog of war as you drive around. So
Fair enough, Matt. We'll talk to you later.
bye, Matt. The map only shows you where all of the collectibles are after you have it at 100%,
Right.
which means you have to have driven enough of a region on the map to hit the 100. It's like 90% is the actual number, but it takes forever to do it. And I didn't realize it had to do with the fog of war around where your like character cursor is on the mini map until I was done the last region, and I was just like, oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Just
No,
gone for the
that's
danger sign.
I haven't had that problem.
Yeah, unless you buy the $7 map, as Matt said.
No, I honestly, I will admit, I've been playing this very simplistically. I have just enjoyed driving around, opening the roads up when I see a signboard or that was the wrong button. When I see a signboard or a mascot, I just take a little dip for it, and my body on this poor impel so bad.
It was a misinput. It was a misinput.
Yeah, I don't know
You
why.
calm the fuck down.
I don't know why I pressed the left bumper instead of the brakes.
Nice. A classic.
So I actually tested this on track, and on this exact drag track, my Lamborghini is only 0.3 seconds faster than this thing. Like, I'd say for a car this big, that's actually pretty good.
That's not bad at all.
No, and the fact that I could probably get it faster if I didn't have the suspension and stiffness set to wheelie.
Yeah, that's valid.
But it's just so fun to get the front end to lift up. Like, it's just so fun. Look, even in 6th gear top end, the back end's just squatting.
Or yeah, the physics of the cars in this game is really good. Like, they move well. They don't.
Yeah.
Like in previous games, every vehicle kind of handled a little bit like the buggy does, whereas like you load the back right corner and then the front left lifts. And this one, they're not all different, but like the different styles of cars have similarities, so they're predictable. So like muscle car is the same, sports car, super to super.
Yeah.
They can actually kind of figure out how to drive them. Whereas like before, it's like, oh yeah, they're all the same. Just pick the one you like the look of, and make it go fast. So that's been kind of nice. I've enjoyed Horizon 6. I want to play some more of it.
Horizon 6 has been probably one of the nicer games just in general that I've played in a while. Like, it's been nice to just be able to sit and drive, No expectations, no, like, bullshit physics or anything. Yeah, it's arcade style, but it's just nice to be able to sit and drive.
I'm really glad you said it wasn't realistic, because the guy in front of you did cyclones in that supercar.
That's because he has all-wheel drive.
Yep.
You can always. That's the one thing I've learned. Yeah.
I knew it was all-wheel drive. It's like, hey, this game's super realistic. Here's extremely expensive hypercar going.
Okay, this game is anything but realistic.
Paying the limiter. And the car worth more than my house.
Yeah, because this one does the same thing.
Yes, I do. But that's all I got. I got nothing else. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure there's
that's
something else we were going to talk about, but it gone. That's the problem for next week.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'm sure it'll come back. Must not have been that important.
Yeah, you'll think of it in a minute. And I jump started again.
We'll end the stream and I'll be like, God damn it, we got to start it again. I remember what I was going to say. How do you jumpstart so much? I don't. What?
Because I try to get the timing proper like an actual drag race.
I mean, you can. You just got to give another half a beat.
That's the problem, is I'm trying to beat that half a beat. I'm trying to take into account like the lag of taking my finger off the brake and actually going. Oh, I thought there was another guy racing it.
Okay, hit the danger sign. Dukes of Hazzard style.
Oh, definitely. This is the car to do it. Nice.
Not bad. That is an extremely long jump.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't see how far you'd gone until you landed, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's twice as far as I went.
Yeah, just about actually, eh? Oh,
Yeah.
I see gift this way. Just fuck the roads.
Brr.
What is gift?
What is Swift?
Wait, gift drop?
Yeah, you can leave vehicles in the barn. You can find them after you get the barn find out.
Oh. Why would I do that? Keep my cars.
Well, no, if somebody's left one there, you get to claim it if you want.
Oh.
And then after that, you can choose to leave a car there. So your 800 Civic Type R, you just start leaving them in the barn finds.
Yeah, that's fair.
I bet you that car would bring you a lot of victories, though.
You know what? I feel like I could actually turn this thing into a mad drag machine.
See, you gotta thank them for the car. Don't be ungrateful. That probably cost him everything he had.
If that's what he's offering, it more than likely did.
That's a high performance vehicle right there. That's how I got my first Horizon Edition car. It was
Really?
like I found the first barn find and I drove away from it. It was like, there's a gift drop here. And I turned around and I went back and it was like, here's the F-150 with the drift skills boost. I was like, oh.
Interesting.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah. And I left a PLP 50 in it.
You piece of shit.
I went and bought one and drove back to the gift drop and put it in the barn. I was like, yeah, this is where it belongs. Here. For the next guy.
Can't believe you actually did that. That's such a dick.
I did. I've done that a couple times, admittedly. Because they're cheap. So you can just buy like 8 of them and they cost nothing. And you just drive around to the barns and you just leave a PLP 50. It's like,
Yeah, that's fair.
I hope. And then like the caption, you just write the perfect drag car. See you later.
I would actually be interested in seeing what like weird cars like that could do on the drag track.
You got to go through the tune. If you go into, I don't think it's the tune menu. I think it's the preset menu. In the garages or the auto shows, people post how they've set the vehicles up.
Right. Yeah, yeah. You can do the preset tunes.
Yeah. And you have to buy parts for it and just pick like the most bizarre car. And some of the stuff that people have done with them is sketch.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, here's a P50 that'll do 500 kilometers an hour. Hang on. Like, good luck. You're going to need it.
You can go fast, but you can't turn.
You don't need to turn where you're going fast in a straight line.
Exactly. That's my speed. Drag all
Same.
the way.
This thing's got 3 speeds: here, there, and on.
Fuck, you've actually got me really interested now in checking out that van and see what I can do.
Yeah. But you gotta play us out.
Oh, do I have to, boss?
Yeah. Hit it with the mariachi tune.
I almost said something actually motivated. Toby, be good.
No.
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 Oh, play us
Not
out
that
with the
one.
tune. All right. Well, I guess on that bombshell, I'm gonna go grab some food and keep working on this. We're gonna find some more topics to talk about for next Wednesday because we're brain dead and
Whoa.
have no lives. Um,
Not that far gone yet.
Other side news as the outro, we are expecting the start for the D&D game finally within the next week or two. So I will be returning to multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube with that. And with that being said, you all know that tomorrow is Prey, and we're finally getting somewhere with the story. So I've been making progress with that. And with that being said, I see you all later.
Hell yeah.
Love
Let
you,
it
bye.
ride.
Let it ride.